Y'all know the vibes, man. We're here. We're brothers. We're happy and
And
we're
we're
singing
singing
and we're
in
colored.
color.
Whatever it is. Give me a high five. Hey, we back, man. Black History Month. It is officially February. We have gotten past
February 1st, put them ones up.
February 1st. You know the vibes.
Yeah.
We've officially gotten out of all 82 days of January. And Lord knows I'm happy. You know what I'm saying? We're joined today by the good brother SGG, Lifetime Achievement Award winner
That's right.
SGG. You feel me?
Yeah.
You see the achievement right there behind two achievements. That's the big belt and the Grammy.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Cody knows. Cody know the vibes with this, man.
Come on, man. We know what's going on. We know that too well.
Jam. But anyways, man, we here. It's the Black History Month set. We do it every year. You know the vibe. You know what I'm saying? We just here to uplift our brothers that's in this game, man. You feel me? Our prominent black figures in wrestling, old and new, past and present. So we're here to show some love, man. And like I said, we SGG is always the inaugural. Like we got to kick it
That's
off.
right.
SGG
That's right.
every year. It's tradition at this point.
Yes, sir.
So if y'all are ever wondering, like, damn, when is SGG gonna be on an episode? Just know the first week of February, he'll be here.
Back. Always back first.
You know what I'm saying? But how you been though, Greg?
I've been good, man. I've been good. Keeping my Grammy shined up. Making travel plans, living good. Life is good, man.
And so this year, the person that we are showing love to, person that we're giving flowers to, person that we're bigging up, was actually a previous guest on the show. We got to interview him last year, Mr. Carmelo Hayes. You know what I'm saying? He's been a staple on NXT. He's been doing phenomenal, having banger after banger. Seamus, sorry for stealing my line. I'm sorry. I apologize, but you know what I'm saying? I got to give that to a black man. He's been having banger after banger, and he is not disappointed. And I feel like his run's been
Ever.
but it feels like since he debuted, he's shown nothing but improvement. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
I think the first match I saw him on NXT was with Adam Cole. That was a ill match. He had a match with Swerve where he took the title off Swerve. That was an ill match. The match with and who am I missing? The match with Ricochet
Come
at
on.
Worlds Collide, Fire, where he, you know what I'm saying, they did the spot that was kind of remade at the Rumble this past weekend.
Mhm.
I feel like Carmelo Hayes, man, he deserves that love and that recognition. And yeah,
listen, even outside the ring too, a lot of people, they say, don't meet your heroes, or if you're a fan of somebody, you don't necessarily want to run into them or catch them at the wrong spot. I bumped into him a few times over Mania weekend last year, and I gotta say, great guy, Carmelo Hayes. Great guy in the morning, great guy in the afternoon, great guy at night. Every time I saw him, always had a smile on his face. He always was down to stop for a chat. Great guy. So definitely a good one to start off the month with.
Definitely. Like that's very important too. You say that, you bring that up. We talk about these wrestlers, they work inside the ring and everything, just the character and everything. Outside the ring, that goes a long way, you know what I'm saying? So that's definitely a little add on top of the praise we giving him right here, because that's dope to hear as well. What more can be said, man? 28 years old, obviously the future, one of the pillars. What they say in AEW, they like to have their future pillars of the company. Yeah. And Carmelo Hayes is one of those for WWE, man. And like, I can't say enough things about Carmelo Hayes. Every time I see him in the ring, he does something that amazes me, does something that jumps off the page. Like he's just one of those, man. And we want to see him go after Braun for that NXT championship, man. I think that's the next stop for him, man. I really think that's the next stop. And after that, hey, after he does that, man, onto the main roster, and hopefully he has a long, successful career on the main roster. The same way he's been killing it in NXT. Hopefully he could go to the main roster and do that. He has all the tools to do so. So the future, like the sky's the limit for Carmelo Hayes, man. For
Yeah.
real.
Yeah. It's funny you use that phrase too, because the boy got hops. So the limit could be wherever you want. He's gonna reach it. Like you talk about that spot with him and Ricochet that was remade at the Rumble. Like that really is the Carmelo Hayes spot, especially with the. Don't get me wrong. They gave them a beautiful photograph and like a nice image you can run in the video package at the Rumble when Logan Paul and Ricochet jumped into each other. But it really made no sense that they would jump into each other, right? Like they were both looking at each other on the apron. Like why would you do that? Guaranteed car crash of a spot. But then the execution on the Carmelo Hayes version of that spot where they both springboard into each other, I think that makes more sense, right? Because the last they saw their opponent was at the center of the ring.
Mm-hmm.
And so they hit that springboard and went back to the center of the ring only to find out that other guy is in the air. And that to me, both of those moments were like holy wow moments, but the Carmelo Hayes execution on it just it made more sense in the context of the match. And I think with that springboard backflip, it looked a little better too. I'm gonna put that one as the spot.
Mm-hmm.
It's that wrestling psychology, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
It goes a long way, man. And I want to piggyback off what Cody was saying that the ceiling is definitely high for him, or the sky's the limit. Carmelo Hayes is, sometimes you see like certain wrestlers and certain athletes, and you be like, all right, like I could see this being it for you. You kind of you have them set like kind of at a certain ceiling. I don't see a ceiling for Carmelo Hayes. Like I think, like you said, he has all the tools and the resources. He got the total package to be out of here. You feel me? The next guy. He got the look. He got the moves. He could talk. He could work in the ring. He could sell, which is I think that's an underrated thing that I think that's something that we don't give enough people credit for is their ability to sell a move or sell a moment or whatever it is. He could sell like crazy, whether it be a moment, a move, whatever it is. And he's just that guy, man. What they be saying, he's him. He says that all the time on Twitter. Hey, he is him for real. So Carmelo Hayes, man. There go your flowers, brother. Gotta present it to you,
For real. And just to circle back to the Rumble too, I mean, his fingerprints were in that match, aside from that one spot that we'll talk about, right? Because the Rumble winner Cody tore his pec a few months ago, was in rehab, had to come back, had to get in ring shape, still took a beating from Gunther, but one of the people he trusted to get him in that ring shape was Carmelo Hayes. And that's no small task to be the guy who's working alongside probably one of the hottest baby faces in the company, if not the business, getting him ready for the Royal Rumble that he would eventually go on to compete at WrestleMania against the hottest act in the business. People are arguing in the history of the business. So he needed to be war ready. And Carmelo Hayes was the guy he chose as the person to get him war ready. That's not a small thing. That's not a footnote. I think people are gonna, they hear that and say, oh, that's cool. But that definitely means something backstage. It means it says a lot about the level of respect that he has backstage. We already know he's commanded respect from the fans, but like amongst his peers, that says a lot.
Definitely.
That's definitely true. Like that is a big task. They also had Joe Gacy's there. I guess Joe Gacy was there to help Cody's self-confidence in himself getting back. I guess that was his role in the training. So, everybody plays a part, man.
Hey, man, and you spoke about Carmelo, like him having his fingerprints in the Rumble. I for one, I thought he should have been in a surprise entrant in the Rumble. I thought he would have looked good out there, man. Like I feel like him just getting that kind of main roster exposure, getting to mix it up with some guys on the main roster, just teasing that this is what it could be in the future. You know what I'm saying? Just getting to see him in there with a Gargano. You know what I'm saying? Getting to see him in there with a Gunther, Seth Rollins. You know what I'm saying? Drew McIntyre, Sheamus, whoever it is. It's like, damn, like I can't wait till we, you know what I'm saying, till we finally get this guy on the main roster. We got that. I mean, in the women's rumble with who came from
Roxanne.
that? Roxanne was in there, and
Indy Hartwell, I believe, was in there too, right?
Yeah,
Indy was in there, and Shorty, not
Zoe
Stacey,
Stark.
Zoe Stark.
Zoe Stark. Yes. Zoe Stark was in there also, and I thought Zoe Stark and even Roxanne, both of those women, I feel like they look perfect in there with the main roster women. I feel like SmackDown. Me personally, we could talk about it on the main show, but me personally, I think SmackDown needs a Zoe Stark because she looked fantastic in there, and Roxanne looks like she belongs. Like she looks like she fits right in. So I feel like Melo definitely should have been an entrant in that Rumble, man. I feel like he would have fit right in, and we would have got something special. You know what I'm saying? So, hey,
Yeah, he was absolutely missed. But who knows, right? Like we said, the limit is the sky for him. So his debut is definitely going to be his debut on the main roster, I should say, is definitely going to be impactful. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when, and it could easily be, the WrestleMania Monday, right? It could easily be in a high spot. It could easily be, like, let's drop him in that Money in the Bank ladder match and give us some life. Let's send him out to London this year, have him debut international before we even unleash him on the main roster in the States. So,
fire.
The limit is the sky for him, and he really, you can see him in all of those spots, right? There isn't a single, like, usually when somebody fantasy books a thing, there's a hole in it, right? Like a why, or like, a little lack of interest. But I feel like Melo is one of those people that you could fantasy book in any spot, and it automatically becomes sort of must see. Whether they actually do it is another thing, but the fantasy automatically becomes something you want to see become a reality.
That's a fact. And another thing, like, he's 28 years old. He's only going to get better. And that's the crazy part. He's only going to get better. So
28. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. Because think about, like, where you was at, what you was doing at 28. You know what I'm saying? Whether you just starting something, starting to figure some things out. It's like, man, like, he's showing so many, like, just positive signs in his career. It's like, bro. And what they be saying about wrestling, that you don't really hit your prime until, like, your late 30s.
Yeah.
So
it's true. Like everything starts to come together. Because
I
mean, even the fact that him and Shawn Michaels have the relationship that they have is like, say what you want about Shawn Michaels, and I have, and I will continue to do so.
We know.
But that man is historically a good judge of talent, right? Certainly better than Michael Jordan drafting Kwame Brown. But Shawn Michaels, he saw something in Daniel Bryan, and now look at what Daniel Bryan's become. You know what I mean? Like he took a young Triple H under the wing, and Triple H grew to be one of the greatest minds in the business. Like, when Ric Flair, sort of lost his swag, Triple H and Shawn Michaels were two of the people who helped him remind him, like, yo, you're Ric Flair. Like, you know what I mean? That's who you are. And so for Carmelo to be one of those people that Shawn Michaels saw something in and said, all right, this is one of the people we're going to get behind. Again, he has all the support from the industry and the fans, but it's not like they just picked up some bum off the street. Like, he's earned it too. And that's the thing that people need to realize. Like, everything that people are seeing is there, and it's the product of his hard work, his determination, his tenacity, his fire. And I think as long as he can stay on this path, wrestling fans are going to enjoy it for years to come.
That's a fact. Hey, that's Shawn Michaels' tree, man.
No, it's
strong. Tree.
It's strong.
Oh, man. Come on, man.
It's strong.
I wish I could say that about Bret Hart, man. I ain't gonna start. My fault.
That's how we do it.
My fault. It's Black History Month. No black division.
No black division. Exactly. Thank you.
No black division. Chill. But yeah, man, Carmelo Hayes, man, we can only speak greatness and positivity of you, man. Like, there's really nothing bad we can say about Mr. Carmelo Hayes, bro. Like, from jump, he's been awesome. He's only got better, man. So, hey, brother, we love you. We appreciate you. We wishing nothing but the best for you. He has a match this weekend, a 2 out of 3 falls against Apollo Crews at Vengeance Day. the first time NXT is back on the road, by the way. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
that PLE is coming from what, Charlotte, right?
Yep, from North Carolina. And man, I already know they're gonna tear it up. 2 out of 3 falls, him and Apollo. I already know they about to do their thing, man. So I'm excited about that. And for whatever they're gonna do Mania weekend. Because I know he's gonna be the star of that. So hey.
Yeah. And that's where he performs the best too, right? I mean, there's only a few cities in wrestling and a few events where the lights shine so bright. In WrestleMania, in Hollywood, when those lights are shining down, that's when he's gonna really turn it on, man. Like there's no way for him to go back. He doesn't miss, man. He only excels.
They gotta crown him. I think it's time. They gotta crown him, man.
Yeah, I think so too.
Go ahead.
Nah, I need to see the NXT title in some of them barbershop segments. You know what I'm saying? I need to see somebody get a license under the NXT title. You know what I mean? Like for real, man.
Nah, man. What I was gonna say is sometimes, like, I feel, and I'm happy they're going out in front of a big crowd, because I feel like that the Performance Center is too. He's bigger than the Performance Center. You know what I'm saying? He needs to be in front of 13 to 14,000. You know what I'm saying? Like and eventually he needs to be in front of 30. You know what I'm saying? 30 to 40. So it's like, bro, he's getting to the point where it's like, all right, like I'm beyond this. You know what I'm saying? This might be a hot take, but I think he's bigger than NXT. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, boy, like I gotta swim with the big fish. You know what I'm saying? When I was a boy, I did boy things, or whatever the Bible said.
I don't think that's a hot take, right? I think that's the goal, but I don't think people expect anybody to achieve the goal so fast, right? Like, you know, KO was in and out of the Performance Center in about 4 months. But then look at him now, right? That's KO. And now that they restarted and they redid the NXT with the 2.0 thing, I think they really wanted him to be one of those pillars. But again, he does feel like somebody who could have had that lightning quick run in NXT. Who's like he's main roster ready. I think he has an amazing act. The main roster has a lot of high flyers, but there's only one Carmelo Hayes. There's only one, you know what I mean? It's only put together in that package in one way, and they got him down to NXT, and they really should be unleashing him on the world, because like you said, when everybody gets to see him on a Raw or a SmackDown, that's when we're really going to start seeing him hit those new heights.
Yep. Hey, and people on IWC, please, I don't want to see y'all fantasy booking groups and factions. I don't want to see y'all pairing him up with Hit Row. No, leave my boy by himself.
Right.
Let him do his thing, please. Let him rock out. You know? But yeah, I see you making a face, brother. What's that about?
No comment. Not getting me here. No comment. It's Black History Month.
We're gonna pick up that Hit Row comment in March 1st, though.
Drewski hands, hey. What can I say, man? But hey, Melo,
I have some Hit Row slander, but I will save it for March.
Yeah, we here. We here.
I will save it for March 1st. February to the 28th. You know what I'm saying? It's 28 short days. I'm gonna save it for Hit Row slander, yo.
I could do that.
Yeah, 28 short days. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
27 now. You know what I mean?
March 1st, Greg, you'll be right back here. We gonna have a conversation.
Oh yeah.
We will have a conversation.
You and Top Dollars Velour, man. Yo, I want to know.
Hey,
could wait. He could wait. He could wait.
I could. Mellow though, mellow.
Mellow, hey man. Shouts to you, bro. We love you. Like I said before, salute to you. If I had another one of these Brammys right here, man, I would, you feel me? I would love to send you one. You know what I'm saying? I might send you this one.
It won't be this one. You know what I mean? It won't be this one.
Word. Cody, if you want to send yours, you could. You know what I'm saying?
Nah. Mello could come back on the show though. You know what I'm saying? That's it. You know what I'm saying? If Mello want more flowers, he could come back on the show, and then you know what I'm saying, we verbally give him his flowers. You know what I'm saying?
Hey man, Mello, we love you, brother. We appreciate you, Greg. We love you too. We appreciate you.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Own Lifetime Achievement Award winner, recipient, SGG. Thank you, man. If you want to plug anything, the floor is yours.
You know what it is, man. Cheap Heat every Tuesday on the Ringer Podcast Network. We got a full week of programming now too. We got the Masked Man show on Monday, Cheap Heat on Tuesday, Wednesday Worldwide with our boy Cal from Black Wrestling, Brian H. Waters, and Benjamin Cruz. That's a brand new show they launched every Wednesday. Then the Masked Man show is back on Thursday, and Cheap Heat closes it out with the Friday something. It's usually Rosenberg and a special guest. So you can check that out, man. The Ring of Wrestling shows feed. I'm on at Stat Guy Greg on Twitter, IG. If you got something you want to say to me, you can catch me over there. And yeah, that's it, man. I don't do much,
You know the vibes, man.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't do much.
That's
I
a
just-
lot, you know.
I don't do much, man. I don't know what y'all talking about.
Hey, man, Greg, we appreciate you, bro.
Nah, for sure. Thanks for having me.
Of course, man. This has been the Black History Month segment. Catch y'all next week, man.